1. I work for a young tech company of smart home appliances. We have recently introduced new products, however, due to the chip shortage, we don't have them constantly available and release them in small batches. Customers can get notified when the product is back in stock, if they wish, or they can check the website every so often. The notification is sent in the order in which customers have applied for it, and only to as many customers as there are products. The products are not reserved, so if you're too late to order, someone who has checked the website in the meantime could have ordered the product already, and you might see the sold out mark on the website, so they gotta hurry up. This is all stated in various places on our website, not that customers care or read or have basic comprehensive skills to understand, but it is clearly stated. My job is normally technical support, but as we're a small company with not so many agents, there is only one queue and all types of calls are answered. Cut to the call.
Hi, I would like to purchase a new product.
Hi sir, unfortunately it is currently sold out. You can get notified when it is back if you like.
I did that already. When I was notified, it was already sold out. Not doing that again.
Sorry to hear that, sir. As explained on the website, the emails are sent in the order of application. It might be that someone had checked the website before you could order. You can also check every so often yourself to make sure you don't miss it next time.
Now that's some bullshit. Whatever. I just checked your website. There is nothing I can buy. The other one is also sold out. And why can't I pre-order?
Yes, sir. We are currently between batches. Unfortunately, we don't have the option of pre-ordering.
How the fuck are you making money if you can't sell anything? What do you mean no pre-orders? This is ridiculous. This company won't stay afloat like this. You should get yourself a better job. How are you even getting paid?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not in charge of company policies, so I won't be able to answer your question in this regard. Also, I'm very satisfied with my job as technical support agent, and I find the way you talk to me very inappropriate, so I would ask you not to talk about my loan.
Yeah, well, it is bullshit that you have nothing in stock. Your customers will just buy a similar product from a different company like this.
While I am in no position to tell you what to do, if you would like to purchase a similar product somewhere else, then of course you are free to do so.
How can you even suggest this to your customer? Do you even hear yourself? How the fuck do they even hire you when you won't even try to keep me as a customer?
Sir, like I said, I'm in no position to tell you what to do. It is your choice to wait or to purchase a different product somewhere, just like our loyal customers who choose to wait for their product.
This is all ridiculous. What kind of answers are these? You're supposed to tell me why I should wait, or tell me how long I'm supposed to wait.
Sir, I don't have a clear availability date, as I am obviously not able to magically summon a new batch that you can purchase. I don't know how else to help you.
Yeah, just don't. You'll lose that job if you work like that, and your company is going bankrupt anyway.
He hung up, and thank God he hung up at this point. We are allowed to request a caller ban from our team lead, but this guy had hidden his caller ID and had declined the call recording, so there was no way to track him to an account and block him from reaching us. Hope he takes his business elsewhere. 2. So for starters, I work for a company who runs leisure activity places like paintball, laser tag, trampoline parks, escape rooms, etc. I'm from a rather small country, and English is not my first language, nor is it the majority language spoken here. Our main selling point are kids' birthday parties, and the usual party is at one of our places for about 2 hours, and maybe 10 to 15 children. I get a call. Hello, this is Kuja Kikex from the company speaking. How may I...
Are you open?
That depends on which of our places you're asking for, but most are open all day currently, due to the semester break.
I will have a children's birthday party at your place.
Okay, sure. What are you interested in doing? Which of our venues do you want?
Whole place, 4 hours.
Oh, okay, yeah, and which one?
All, and how much does it cost?
Sorry, did I understand this correctly? You want to rent out all of our...
I asked the price. How many kids can I bring?
Ma'am, the amount of kids who can participate depends on the location.
Yeah, all of it. All places.
Okay. Listen, we have 12 locations nationwide. I have to narrow that down.
Well, obviously only the ones in Town City are relevant to me.
Of fucking courses for the capital city, where we have 3 different places. Okay, thanks. So for a birthday party this size, we usually...
What? You tell me I can't come?
That's not it. What I'm trying to tell you is that I can't give you a price on something of this magnitude, because we don't usually offer something like this. I will need more details about what you want, so my boss can decide on a possible price for this.
I want a children's birthday party.
Yeah, I understand that. But an event of this size is just too big to discuss via phone. Could you please provide us an email address so I can send you a list of info that we need in order...
Fine, I'll come over and do it in person then. I'm not going to write you some stupid email just because you're incompetent. When do you close?
Again, which location? Karen makes some disgruntled noises and yells something in a language I don't understand, and hands the phone to someone else.
Hello, how much is party?
Hello, as I just told the lady...
Just tell me price.
Sir, I really can't. We don't have some pre-made package deal for something this huge. Our usual event range is way smaller.
So I can't do a party. You guys do parties, right?
Yes, we do, but in order to tell you the price, I need to know what you want to book. There is a difference on playing laser tag or having kids jump around in a bounce house. Do you need food, drinks? There is so much we need...
Yeah, I pay whatever. I just want to have birthday party. We rent a place so we won't have to leave at curfew, right?
Sir, the curfew is mandated due to the pandemic. I have no influence on that, and besides that, I still need info...
Children's birthday party, all places, everything, all day. Why don't you want to make money and tell me the price?
Sir, you haven't even told me a date for any of this. Please answer at least some questions.
So you don't do birthday party? What a waste of time. Bye.
And he hangs up. Thank God this was very close to the end of my shift, and it was my last call for the day. I pray for my colleagues on site that this ray of sunshine isn't actually going to come over to discuss it in person. 3. Back in 2011, I was already 10 days away from being a regular employee at this call center. I was about 7 months on the job at that point. Regularization happened only after you prove yourself for 6 months out on the call floor, so training was excluded. As we were a young team, there were already a few of us who left. For me, I just wanted to get the official 6 months of working experience, and then leave as I didn't want to stay longer than I needed. I wanted a job in IT, which I would get a few months later. So during that month, I was in full gear. I got a commendation call. I scored perfect on my customer surveys, and even my QA scores were perfect. I was going to be the first on the team to get his picture on the Agent of the Month wall. Our manager even called the team as my team when our trainer and team leader isn't around, as I was the top dog score-wise. But another guy was the real emotional and motivational driving force of the team. The manager just saw numbers. Anyway, the entire team was pulling their weight, and we were 3 days away from being a top team of the month. The significance was if you score top team of the month even once during the quarter, you get to pick your shift during the next rotation. But like I said, I was nearing 6 months, so about 1 week prior to that day, I told the trainer I wanted to quit, immediately. He let one of our previous teammates resign immediately, but they had their reasons. I had mine. Now, since the manager let her do it, I thought he'd let me go as well. He didn't. He tried to sell me this dream of staying with the team and the company and the program and replacing him one day. But that wasn't for me. I wanted a job in IT, and I just wanted work experience to put down in my CV. So after the manager denies my immediate resignation, we talked on a Wednesday, I decided that I was just going to leave without saying a word after the Friday shift of that week. I can still remember that last day. One teammate got a funny call, another got a commendation call, and another just found out they got a perfect survey score. Everyone in the team at that point had perfect attendance. If we kept that up until Wednesday the following week, top team of the month was ours, especially with my scores. But like I said, I already made up my mind at that point, and I wouldn't be coming back after that shift. I can still remember the look on two of my teammates' faces as I was gonna go down the elevator and leave for that day. Some of them wanted to drink somewhere. I just wanted to go home and never come back. I did come back to that place, though, a few weeks after I left when I got my first job in IT. Upper management doesn't really care about every call center agent that leaves without saying a word, so they signed my exit papers and validated my work experience. I bumped into one of my old teammates as I left the building one last time. He was still nice enough to not blame me for leaving. I found out from our trainer and team leader that after I left, the team didn't get top team because my attendance wasn't perfect. And then one more person left the team. The rest of the team was now short of people to justify a roster under a lead, so they got broken up and integrated into other teams. I still feel guilty about the way I left, but I don't regret my decision, because I knew that if I didn't leave, I would have been complacent and not gone after my goal, because I had tasted success with something I was never really fond of to begin with. 4. I am a call center agent and answer customer service calls for 5 health insurance agencies. With that being said, a lot of private health information is available to me for thousands of members. My workplace gives strict training sessions and emphasizes on HIPAA privacy policy during our 2-month-long training when you're hired. Any infraction of said privacy policy can result in termination, high fines, or jail time, or all 3. Each person who calls a respective customer service phone number will reach me or one of my hundreds of coworkers who, as said earlier, all go through said training sessions. We must be straight across the board with this privacy law. Each caller must match the account information with several ways of verification before releasing or discussing anything concerning the account. There is one exception to the privacy law if, for some reason, the account holder cannot physically or mentally discuss the information on the account. The authorized speaker of their choice may be assigned with proper paperwork. Paperwork must be completed, received, and processed in our system. Fast forward to today. I receive a call from a concerned mother of her grown man-child. He's 28 years old, still living with mom, and wanting to know about the new benefits offered this year with the health insurance. I politely explain that I must speak with her son, the account holder. She states that she has paperwork stating that she has power of attorney for her son to take care of his medical decisions. So I pull up said account holder, and you guessed it, no paperwork of any kind in the system. By the way, power of attorney and HIPAA rules are completely different and separate paperwork. After explaining that I had to speak with her son on the phone, and she tells him to talk with me. I ask him for verification questions, and he answers each one without hesitation. I come to my final question, which is, how may I help you today? His mother gets back on the phone and starts telling me what she was inquiring about. I reiterate that I cannot speak to her, but I can the son. She starts literally yelling into the phone so loud that her voice sounds scrambled when it gets to my headset. After listening to a complete 5 minutes of non-stop berating me and performance of my job, in which by this time I had muted myself and was back to catching up on emails while she vented. I have trained myself to listen for several seconds of silence from the customer before I begin to speak. I open my mouth to ask to speak to the son. Before I could, the mother says, "You can burn in hell." Before I knew it, I said, "Bonfire at my house after work, then?" Immediately realizing I had actually let that thought come out of my mouth. I reached over and hung up on the callers. Not one of my most professional calls, but I did giggle a little bit and stretched a smile from ear to ear. Got call reviewed, and thankfully, My supervisor happily passed me on it. Yay me. 5. I've fairly recently left a call center role in the UK. I worked for an internet provider, primarily on the phones, helping people deal with account issues and technical faults. After a while of getting sick of customers shouting at me to make their internet work, I requested I be trained on web chat, thinking at least it'll be less stressful than taking calls. I didn't know at the time they expect you to handle at least 2 web chats at the same time. Anyway, a chat came through from a customer who was looking to cancel their contract before their term was up. By doing this, they would have been liable for early termination charges, which are 50% of the cost of the remainder of the contract. Their reasoning for this was that they had lost their internet for 3 days, due to an area-wide outage and through no fault of our own. And although it was now resolved, they had lost faith in our service, so expected to be able to leave the contract without paying anything. They still had 14 months to go on an 18-month contract, so to leave they'd have to pay us around £250, which they didn't want to do. The following is a summary of the later stages of the web chat, after I told them they'd be charged if they left. I'm sorry, but you cannot leave without paying the termination charges of your outstanding contract.
I shouldn't be charged at all. Your service is terrible, and I had no internet for 3 days. Even now it's connecting and disconnecting constantly, so you haven't fixed it.
The 3 days you had without service we can look to refund you for, and I can raise a compensation request so we can pay you a bit more back too. But I can't cancel your contract free of charge. If you're still experiencing connection issues, I can troubleshoot that with you now and resolve it.
That's not good enough. My internet is disconnected 5 times in the last 10 minutes whilst I've been chatting to you.
This was a lie. Had the customer disconnected at any point, our chat would have automatically disconnected too, showing the customer as having left. Are you sure? Because you've remained connected to this chat for the past 25 minutes. If you had disconnected, you would have automatically exited this chat.
Are you calling me a liar? I've disconnected and it keeps happening. I think I've disconnected again.
Can you read this message?
No.
How did you respond?
I can't see any of your messages now if you're still writing them. I've disconnected again. This is terrible service.
Can you read this message now?
No, I can't see any messages.
You've literally just responded to my question.
Can I leave without paying charges or not? I'll take this to the Ombudsman with this chat as proof of your terrible service.
Can you read this message?
Of course I can. I've reconnected again. This is ridiculous.
This went on for another 5 minutes before they mercifully did disconnect. But my soul died a little knowing people as stupid as this exist, can use the internet, and can raise the stupidest complaints and objections. So happy I don't work in customer service anymore. Hey everybody, Hellfreezer here, and thank you very much for listening to Please Hold, episode 18. And thank you very much to everybody who allowed me to use and sent in stories for use in this video. If you enjoyed the video, then please do like and share the video around with all your friends and family. Also, if you have a story of your own you'd like to share, you can send it to kingofthecities@gmail.com. That's kingofthecities@gmail.com for this or any other type of video I might do. You can find that address in the description of any video. Okay, what day is this? I think this is Monday, isn't it? I'm a little muddled with my days. It is Monday. Okay, Monday the 4th. I haven't popped my head outside yet, but it must be sunny. I hear children having fun. Can't be having fun and making noise while I'm trying to work. They should have asked me first. I'm only 40, but I've been in my grumpy old man stage for about 10 years now. Okay, let's have a think. Hellfreezer's question of the day. Right, we're already in April, so they'll start to sell Christmas things soon. I'm exaggerating, of course, but every year in the holiday seasons, Easter, Christmas, what have you, Thanksgiving if you're in the US, all the stores always get the themed seasonal products in much, much earlier than any reasonable person would think they should. Right, and having worked in retail, believe me, it is ridiculous. They get it in and they stick it on the shop floor because there's no space to store it, right? So that's because it's expected to be put out there. They're not really going to sell a lot of it beforehand, but they always put it out. So, in your mind, what do you think is the ideal time to put seasonal products out to sell? For me, I think it should be 1 month before maximum, not before, and they should also only play Christmas music about the same time. There's no need to play it any more than that. And also a bit more variety. You don't have to keep playing the same songs over and over again. Okay, and with that, I'm going to head off for now. So until next time, thank you very much for listening, and take very good care of yourself.